The apartment is dark, not by choice. The power got cut 3 days ago. You sit at the kitchen table, a stack of envelopes in front of you. Red ink, final notice, final notice, final notice. Your wife stands by the window, arms crossed, watching the street like it owes her something. The fridge hums with nothing worth cooling. You sold the car last month, your watch the month before that. Tonight, it's the electric bill or groceries. You both already know which one loses. 31 applications, you say. 31 no's. She doesn't turn around. Silence sits between you, a third person in the room. That night, staring at a ceiling you can't afford to keep lit, an idea forms in your head. You've heard the stories. Ordinary people, online platforms, real money. What about OnlyFans? You say. She goes still. I'm serious, you say. I've seen what people are making. You want me to do that? I want us to survive. Long silence. I don't see another option either, she finally says. Neither do you. That's the part that scares you most. You lie awake calculating rent, groceries, the car payment that's already gone. There's no version of the math that works without something changing. So you say it again, quieter this time. We try it for 1 month. If it doesn't work, we stop. She nods slowly. Neither of you sleeps much that night. Level 1. The first upload happens on a Tuesday. 20 minutes just to figure out the settings. 3 subscribers by morning. 1 unsubscribes an hour later. A week passes. Then 2. The numbers barely move. This was your idea, she says. Maybe it was a bad one. You don't argue. You're starting to wonder the same thing. Then 1 post takes off. Shared again. 40 subscribers. Then 200. Then over 1,000 by morning. The first payout hits at 2 a.m. You both stare at the number, like it's written in a language you don't trust yet. It's enough. Enough to catch up on rent. Enough to turn the lights back on. For the first time in months, you sleep without your own heartbeat in your ears. You think the hard part is over. You have no idea it's only beginning. The next few weeks blur together. More subscribers, more payouts, bigger ones. You start checking the numbers before you even get out of bed. She starts staying up later, editing, responding to messages, planning the next post. This is actually working, she says one morning, almost like she doesn't believe it. I told you, you say. She looks at you a second too long. You did. Money starts arriving faster than either of you can process it. Not life-changing yet, but real. You pay off the smallest debt first, then the next one, then the one that's been sitting on your credit report for 2 years. Each time it feels like breathing again after holding your breath too long. We should keep this quiet, she says. For now. You agree? Neither of you knows yet how impossible that will become. For a while, it feels like the plan is working exactly the way you imagined it that night in the dark. Level 2. 3 months in. She's not just active anymore, she's known. A manager gets hired, then a photographer, then an editor, then an accountant who needs a moment when he sees the number. The furniture changes first, then the fridge, then a new car in the driveway. Hers, not yours. We should talk about a budget, you say one night. It's my income, she says, not cold, just certain. It was my idea, you remind her, and I'm the one on camera every day. You don't have an answer for that. You're not sure there is one. A week later, a contract lands on the counter. Something about the LLC. Something about liability. Your name is nowhere in it. Just paperwork, she says, sliding you a pen. You sign it anyway. What choice do you have? The bills are gone. The stress isn't. It just changed shape. Old friends start reaching out, some out of curiosity, some looking for a loan, some just wanting to know if the rumors are true. You stop answering half your messages. You start noticing how people look at you differently now. Not just her, you too. Some men at the gym start talking to you like you're someone worth knowing. Others go quiet when you walk past. You can't decide which is worse. At dinner one night, she mentions a brand deal. 6 figures for 1 week of posts. You almost drop your fork. That's insane, you say. That's the industry, she says. Like she's been doing this for years, not months. You're starting to feel like a passenger in your own life. Level 3. Her face is everywhere now. At the grocery store, a stranger does a double take. Whispers to the person next to them. You keep walking. You noticed. At your cousin's birthday dinner, someone makes a joke. The husband. The table laughs. You laugh too. What else is there to do? Online, it's worse. Screenshots, comment threads, your name attached to things you never posted. You stop going to family gatherings. You tell yourself it's because you're busy. Everyone knows that's not true. A man at the hardware store smirks at you. "Lucky guy," he says. You stand there holding a box of nails, feeling smaller than you have in years. "It's different for me out there," you tell her. "It's different for me too," she says. You don't see the comments I get. You both think you're carrying the heavier weight. Neither of you is wrong. Your mother calls one afternoon. "Is it true, what people are saying?" she asks. You don't know what to tell her. You hang up feeling like you owe someone an apology you can't fully articulate. Your father doesn't call at all. You notice that too. The silence from him says more than your mother's questions ever could. At work, before you quit to help manage things full-time, a coworker slides a phone across the break room table. You don't look at it. You already know what's on it. You hand in your resignation 2 weeks later. Tell yourself it's to help manage the business side. Some nights you almost believe it. Then your son comes home from school. A bruise on his arm, a look on his face you've never seen before. Level 4. He won't talk at first. It takes 2 days. Then it comes out. Kids found out, showed him things on their phones. Things about his mother. Laughed at him in the hallway. Called him names you refused to repeat. He fought back. The school calls. You sit across from a counselor. Careful words. Peer conflict. Home environment. You nod along. Your chest tightens with a shame you can't fully name. That night, you tell her everything the counselor said. She goes quiet for a long time. "I didn't think about what it would do to him," she says. "None of us did," you say. That's the problem. You started this to protect your family. Now you're watching it hurt the one person who never asked for any of it. You sit on the edge of your son's bed that night. He won't look at you. "Is it true?" he asks. "About mom?" You don't know how to answer that in a way that helps. "Your mom loves you," you say. "That's true too." He doesn't say anything back. You sit there a long time anyway. Downstairs, you find her staring at her phone, scrolling through comments she shouldn't be reading. "People are saying I'm a bad mother," she says quietly. "You're not," you say. "Then why does it feel like everyone thinks so?" You don't have an answer. You just sit down next to her. It's the only thing you know how to do right now. Level 5. The travel starts not long after. Brand trips, collaborations, 4 days gone out of 7, some weeks. Her team knows her schedule better than you do. Decisions happen without you now. A new investment, a bigger house across town, a contract you hear about after it's already signed. "You used to tell me things," you say. "I'm telling you now, after it already happened." She doesn't argue. She just looks tired in a way that has nothing to do with the flight. You think about the man you used to be. 31 no's. Nothing left to lose. An idea that came from you on the worst night of your life. You wanted to save your family. You're not sure this is what saving looks like. "Do you ever miss it?" you ask. Before all this, she takes a long time to answer. "I miss knowing what tomorrow looked like." Me too. It's the most honest thing either of you has said in months. It costs you both something to say it out loud. You reach across the table. She doesn't pull away. She doesn't move closer either. You sit there in the space between what you had and whatever this is now. Outside, her phone lights up again. Another notification. Another version of the life you built. Neither of you reaches for it. Not yet.